Hey, yo, chicken nuggets. It's me, Carl.
And I'm Vanessa.
Welcome to Grow TV.
Welcome to Grow TV. Hosted by Carl. Where we have fun with our friends, talk about Jesus, and go over everything the Bible has to offer. Now, once again, welcome to Grow TV.
Carl. Psst, Carl. Are you gonna start?
What? Oh, yeah, sure. Hey, kids. Today we're gonna count our fingers.
Count our fingers?
Yeah.
Don't you think we might want to play a game?
Okay, we can play a game. We can play who can count their fingers the slowest. 1.
All right, Carl. That's it. Head up.
I don't wanna.
Come on. Get up. Come on. Get up. Did that hurt?
No. Okay, yes.
Come on, Carl. These kids want to know what's wrong.
No, they don't. No one does. After what I did? No way.
Wait, what did you do?
Something horrible. Just awful.
Listen, no matter what you did, you can always tell me. Come on, we're friends, Carl.
I don't know. You promise you won't tell no one?
I promise.
Okay. Well, my good friend Andy invited me to go camping with him last week, and he really wanted me there.
That sounds fun. Kind of like what we're doing now.
It's gonna be super fun, but when it came to the day, I decided to change my mind and not go.
Why did you not want to go?
I guess I just felt like staying home and playing video games.
Oh, I get that. It's not a big deal. At least you told him you didn't feel like going. You did tell him you weren't going anymore. Oh, Carl.
I told Andy I hate camping.
But you love camping.
I know, it's a terrible thing to do. I feel awful. No, he'll never forgive me. I also lied, and that's a sin. Now God is upset with me.
Well, Carl, I think you'd be surprised.
Surprised at how mad they are? Oh, great.
No. Well, just like Peter was surprised, I'm sure that you would be too.
Peter? Peter, the teacher at the high school that smells like a pineapple?
No, Peter in the Bible. The disciple?
Oh, yeah. What about him?
Well, you remember last week's story, right?
Sure. We talked about how Jesus overcame death. He died for our sins, and then 3 days later, he rose back up to life.
Yep, but you do remember what happened before that story, right?
I can't.
Well, after Jesus was arrested, all the disciples scattered because they were scared of being arrested for being a follower of Jesus. One time, there were people coming up to Peter accusing him of knowing Jesus, but each time he was asked, he said he didn't know Jesus.
What? He's lying. He knows Jesus. He was a disciple, for crying out loud. He was Jesus' friend.
I know he lied 3 times and denied Jesus by doing it. He really did something really bad.
Oh, I know what that feels like.
So after Jesus had died, Peter returned to fishing.
Oh, he went back to his old job. He must have been down in the dumps, huh?
Probably.
I mean, he spends years with Jesus and begins to truly depend on him. And bam! Ruins his relationship with his friend and his teacher by turning his back on him not once, not twice, but thrice.
Yeah, it certainly had an effect on him. So while they were fishing, a man walked out on the shore and realized they were not catching anything. He called out to them and told them to cast their net on the other side of the boat. They listened and then bam! They caught so much fish that they couldn't even pull the net up.
That was their lucky day. Thank goodness that guy helped him out. That sounds exactly like something Jesus would do. Wait, you're telling me that was Jesus?
Of course, it wasn't just some random guy, it was Jesus.
What? He was raised from the dead, then he decided to go help out the disciples? How awesome! Did they recognize him?
They did. They were so happy to see him, but Peter was so ready to see him, he couldn't wait. He took off his cloak and jumped in the water and got to Jesus as fast as he could.
But I bet Jesus wasn't as happy to see Peter after the whole I don't know Jesus thing.
That's what you think, but nope. Jesus sat down and talked to Peter, and it was a surprising talk.
Surprising how?
Well, after they got done eating, Jesus asked Peter a question 3 times. Jesus asked if Peter loved him, and 3 times Peter said yes.
Then what did Jesus say?
He told Peter to feed his sheep.
I wasn't aware Jesus was an owner of sheep. When did he get into sheep farming?
No, Jesus meant for if Peter loved him, that he should take care of all of God's children and do what Jesus had taught him to do.
Huh, that makes a whole lot more sense than Jesus owning livestock. But what doesn't make sense is how Jesus forgave Peter after all he did.
No, it doesn't make sense, but that's what's amazing about Jesus. He does things that go against what we think is normal. His love and forgiveness goes beyond anything we could ever understand.
That is awesome and super refreshing to hear.
Why do you say that?
Well, if Jesus can forgive Peter for all he did, then I'm pretty sure Jesus can forgive me for what I did by kind of lying and not going on Andy's camping trip.
I think you're right, Carl, and I think Andy will understand if you explain what happened. Jesus shared with Peter that he loved him and had big plans for him despite his mistakes.
Wow! Not only does he offer love and forgiveness, but Jesus gives encouragement.
Carl, that's our big idea!
Yes! Today's big idea is Jesus gives encouragement.
So let's say it out loud on the count of 3. 1,
2, 3.
Jesus gives encouragement!
Yeah! Way to go, everyone!
Woo! So are you gonna be okay, Carl?
Yeah, I think so.
Carl, I thought you said you hated camping.
Andy, I don't, but I really kind of just wanted to stay home last week.
So you lied to me?
Yes.
It's okay, I forgive you.
I'm sorry, Andy.
I'm sorry. Don't cry. I'm gonna cry if you cry.
If you cry, then I'm going to start crying.
I'm already crying.
I'm so sorry, Andy.
Guys, let's try to keep it together.
Andy!
I'm so glad we're friends.
All right, kids. I'll see you next week.
I'm terrible. I'm a bad friend.
Thank you for watching, and tune in next week for a new episode of Road TV.